welcome to From Scratch Ranch, where we're a family building a ranch from scratch in the Ozark Mountains of Arkansas, starting with this Barndominium here. So today's project is ventilation. We have 2 bathrooms in the Barndominium that have exhaust fans that need to vent to the outside. We also have a clothes dryer that also needs to vent to the outside. So let's take a closer look at what we have here. Here is a recessed dryer vent box. The purpose for this is to inset the venting into the wall so that way you can push the dryer all the way up against the wall. Also could help prevent starting fires from lint getting trapped in the kinked hoses that are behind the dryer. So huge benefit to having that vent box there. Next we have round to oval duct adapters, 2 of them. So this top of the vent here in the wall is oval shaped. That's so this can fit in a 2x4 wall. Even though we're putting this in a 2x6 wall, this is meant for a 2x4 wall. So I've got to convert that oval shape to the round for the ductwork that's going to be attached to it. So I've got 2 of them, one for the outside and one for the inside of the box right in there. Next we have a bunch of elbows. So we've got some 90-degree elbows. They twist and turn to create all different angles besides 90 degrees. So I've got plenty of those, both 4-inch and 3-inch. I have back here 4-inch and 3-inch ductwork because the 4-inch is used for the dryer vent, and I also have one of the bathroom vents is a heater light exhaust fan combo. So that one actually has a 4-inch output of that exhaust fan, so I'll need 4-inch for that. Then the 3-inch that I have back here also is for the standard just exhaust fan for the upstairs bathroom. That is a 3-inch output on that. And then down here I have a soffit vent. So that one is for the upstairs bathroom where that will get vented out through the soffit. So that's going to be a little bit different of an install than those 2 wall vents. So some of the supplies that we're going to need are tape, some foil tape to tape the ductwork. We're not going to be screwing that because you don't want any screw tips sticking out to collect lint. So we'll be taping all of the joints. We also have some great stuff. So I'm going to be using great stuff to seal up big gaps around the pipes where we'll be cutting holes through walls just to make sure I have that on hand in case we need to fill those gaps. And then finally we have a hole saw. So that's a 4¼ inch hole saw for the 4-inch ductwork to go through the wall, and then also we'll need a 3¼ hole saw for the 3-inch ductwork. So all of these supplies for venting the exhaust fans of the bathroom and the dryer are made by Everbuilt. And I'll put some links down in the description below to Amazon for some of these key products over here for this Everbuilt system. Obviously you can go to a big box store and buy the venting and the elbows and things like that and other similar branded devices. But just in case you were interested, there are some links down below. Now let's take a look at the dryer vent box. It's just molded plastic and it came all together and I had to break apart all the different pieces. So first we have the actual vent box with the opening at the top for the venting to go out. Then we have the flex duct connector that fits onto the flexible ductwork from the dryer and then snaps into place inside the box. Then we have the finished trim that snaps onto the top of the box, and that will go on after drywall is installed. Then we have the adjustable straps. We have both short and long, and what these do is they slip into these little slots here, and then you screw in or nail in the tabs into the surrounding studs, and that will then bridge the gap between the box and the closest stud. This is the laundry area of the Barndominium, where we'll have the washer and the dryer side by side. We already have in the wet wall all of the water pipes installed, all of the drainage installed, power. We have the hot water heater will be up here, a tankless hot water heater. So everything is ready to go. I just need to add in the vent into this wall for the dryer before we can finish insulating and then drywall. So I've already measured out and marked where the washer will go, about 27 inches over, and then the dryer is about 28.5 inches. So I've measured basically down the middle of the dryer on where I'm going to put this vent, because our dryer has the venting right in the middle of it in the back. So I have marked on the floor here the center of the dryer on that line there, and then marked out 5 inches on both sides to accommodate this 10-inch wide box. So it's perfect. We're against this stud here. We'll mount the box right up against that stud and use these straps here to attach it to this stud and then that stud. The first thing we need to do is attach the straps. So these will attach onto here and then screw into the studs. So I'm just going to slip these in here. They just kind of snap into place. And now the long ones on this side. Okay, so now we put this in place as so. And we've got screws put in there and then here. All right, we'll get a closer look at this, and here you can see that it is about a ½ an inch out from the wall here, which is good because that's where the drywall will come right up to this. And it'll stick out just enough, so when we put that face plate on there, it'll be flush up against the drywall. So this is meant to come together like so, and then snap into place, and you just work your way all the way down. Okay, there we go. It was a bit of a wrestling match, but I got it. Okay, here we have the adapter that goes from the oval to the round. And so we've got the round 4-inch vent pipe. And I need to attach this on here. Now this is made for the flexible venting pipe. So then it screws on, it's kind of got a threaded interior there to screw on to that flexible pipe. So for here, in this application, I'm just going to set this on here, put it in as best I can, and then use the foil tape to seal that off really well. All right, that looks good. I've got a nice good seal. All right, so here's the pipe that we just assembled with the oval adapter on the bottom. And I'm just going to slide this in. Now I need to run my metal strapping to attach this pipe to the stud to hold that in place. Okay, so I'm going to run the pipe up through that top plate there. So I'm going to cut a 4-inch hole through that double top plate and put it into that cavity there. And then I'm going to cut another 4-inch hole in this joist here and in that joist there. And I'm going to run the vent pipe out that way. I just need to cut a hole through that piece of blocking there, that piece of blocking there, and then outside through that rim joist and out. I'm going to do the same thing for the bathroom vent that's going to come out through there, through that joist, and then I'm going to run alongside the toilet drain there and punch a hole through the wall over there. That way all of the vent pipes will be all hidden up into those cavities of the joists. So I measured inside, and the vent pipe is going to come out around 48 inches from this window here. So I'm just going to kind of locate where on the wall that might be. So right here, so 48 inches is right here. So I want to make sure when I go inside and measure this that I get it exactly in that joist cavity that will land between these two ribs and not in the middle of a rib, because then you'd have to do some funky cuts here and folding over the metal, and then it can get sloppy and you know, not look so well. So I want to make sure it lands right between the two ribs. So I measured it, but then also on the back side here I can feel it. I can feel the indentation through this soft insulation here. So right here, so I know straight up there, that's where I need to put the vent pipe between those two joists. And then between these two joists up here, it's right here. So I can feel it, and I'm gonna mark it up there and cut my holes so it lands right middle of the two ribs in the metal siding. I might have to just use those tin snips for that. Well, that's never a good feeling when you're cutting a hole in a perfectly good wall, especially a metal one. Let's tape it up. Yes. So this is our main bathroom downstairs. It's got a bathtub and a shower surround. So I put a Delta Breeze heater light exhaust fan combo unit up in here. This does have a 4-inch output for the exhaust, so I need to put a 4-inch piece of ductwork up here. From here out into the shop area on the other side of this wall, we're going to vent to outside. All right, now for the final connection between here and to the outside. Now making the final connection to the outside. All right, now go push that from the outside and then we'll tape it up. Okay, here we have it. The two vents, one for the laundry and the other one for the downstairs bathroom. I still need to put the one up in the soffit up there. I've painted that black and we'll get to that after this. But next, I want to get this silicone. Here we have the bathroom upstairs, and I've got the vent that's going to go out into the soffit. That's 3-inch diameter ductwork that I need to add to that there, and then shoot it down this way. So right in there, I'm gonna drill a hole and then use my tin snips to cut a 3-inch hole. Okay, tape it up. There's the hole. This cover's gonna go on just like that. That looks good. That's the soffit vent for the upstairs bathroom fan. Yep, looks good. Just before it got dark, got that done. All right, so finally, we've got the gap all around the vent pipe that I want to just use some of this great stuff to fill in the gap. Well, there you have it. Ductwork is all done. So now we can move on to the next phase of our Barndominium build. So make sure you hit subscribe so you know when I post something. So until next time, keep living the dream. See ya.